People sometimes tell me, you don't look like what you've been through. And they're right. Life hasn't been easy. Nothing has ever been just handed to me, or anyone close to me for that matter. So it most certainly wasn't personal. I wasn't born into comfort. Wasn't given a soft path. But here I am, still standing, still changing, still becoming. I wrote recently about how we have to unbecome to know who we are, to know our soul's truth. And that's the thing about change. It rarely shows up with a neat little bow on top. It often comes as chaos, loss, disappointment, and even heartbreak. The things that feel like they're breaking us have actually been the things shaping us. For me, embracing change has meant letting go of the idea that life was ever supposed to be easy. Instead, I've learned to lean into transformation, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when, just like another recent experience reminded me, and I even recall saying this out loud, I didn't ask for this. Even when I didn't ask for it. Here's what I've learned, and I'm still learning. Letting go of resistance is number one. The more I fought against what life was handing me, the heavier it felt. The moment I stopped saying, why me? And started asking, what now? Things shifted. Started honoring the process. Transformation isn't overnight. I've always said it gets a little messy before it gets good. Feels a little slow. And sometimes even painful. But like seasons, change is natural. We don't rush spring to bloom. So why are we rushing ourselves? I've also trusted that nothing is wasted. Although that old version of me used to curl up and cry in the fetal about wasted time. And that song comes to mind. It wasn't all just wasted time. Even the hardest moments have left me with something. More wisdom, more compassion, more reminders of the strength I didn't even know I had. Looking back, I can see that every storm was nourishing, nurturing the roots of who I've become, which is ultimately who I've always been. Bolting out and flowering from the inside. Also, keep showing up. Change doesn't require perfection. Just persistence. Every small step forward. Every choice to just keep going adds up. And in every step, discovering that resilience. Life hasn't been easy, but easy was never the point. Growth was. Becoming was. And even though I don't look like what I've been through, everything I've endured is carried in the strength I walk with today. If you're in the middle of change right now, don't fight it. Let it teach you. Allow it to reshape you as you unfold, as you bloom, and then shed, and then bolt up all over again. Because one day, someone will look at you and say, you don't look like what you've been through. And you'll smile, knowing that's the beauty of transformation. going into the section titled "The Pain Body is an Awakener." At first sight, it may seem that the pain body is the greatest obstacle to the arising of a new consciousness in humanity. It occupies your mind, controls and distorts your thinking, disrupts your relationships, and feels like a dark cloud that occupies your entire energy field. What I call the energy forecast. It tends to make you unconscious, spiritually speaking, which means totally identified with mind and emotion. It makes you reactive, makes you say and do things that are designed to increase the unhappiness within yourself and the world. As unhappiness increases, however, it also causes increasing disruption in your life. Perhaps the pain body can't take the stress anymore and develops an illness or some dysfunction. Whenever you get taken over by the pain body, whenever you don't recognize it for what it is, it becomes part of your ego. Whatever you identify with turns into ego. The pain body is one of the most powerful things the ego can identify with. Just as the pain body needs the ego to renew itself through it. That unholy alliance, however, eventually breaks down in those cases where the pain body is so heavy that the egoic mind structures, instead of being strengthened by it and becoming eroded by the continuous onslaught of the pain body's energy change, in the same way that an electronic device can be empowered by an electric current, but also destroyed by it if the voltage is too high. And now we're going to jump ahead in the same chapter to that section titled "Breaking Free of the Pain Body." A question people frequently ask is, how long does it take to become free of the pain body? The answer is, of course, that it depends both on the density of the individual's pain body as well as the degree or intensity of that individual's arising presence. But it is not the pain body, but identification with it that causes the suffering that you inflict on yourself and others. It is not the pain body, but identification with the pain body that forces you to relive the past again and again and keeps you in a state of unconsciousness. So, a more important question to ask would be this: How long does it take to become free of the identification with the pain body? The answer to that question is, it takes no time at all. When the pain body is activated, know that what you are feeling is the pain body in you. This knowing is all that is needed to break your identification with it. And I started saying, the pain body and I are going through a breakup. And breakups are never easy on anyone's part, even if it's mutual, even if it's been anticipated for a long time. And you've adapted to that change a bit ahead of the curve. When that identification ceases, that's where that transmutation begins. And we get to know, bit by bit, that beauty of transformation. The old emotion may then still live in you for a while and come up periodically. It may also still occasionally trick you into identifying with it again, and thus obscure the knowing. But not for long. Not projecting the old emotion into situations means facing it directly within yourself. It may not be pleasant, but it won't kill you. Your presence is more than capable of containing it. The emotion is not who you are. Accepting means you allow yourself to feel whatever it is you are feeling at that moment. It is part of the isness of the now. You can't argue with what is. Well, you can, but if you do, you suffer. Through allowing, you become what you are. Vast, spacious. You become whole. You are not a fragment anymore, which is how the ego perceives itself. Your true nature emerges, which is one with the nature of God. Jesus points to this when he says, "Be ye whole, even as your Father in heaven is whole." The New Testament's "Be ye perfect" is a mistranslation of the original Greek word which means whole. This is to say, you don't need to become whole, but be what you already are, with or without the pain body. I'm now jumping ahead to where I was yesterday. The next chapter, finding who you truly are. You discover that there is only ever this moment. Life is always now. Your entire life unfolds in this constant now. Even past or future moments only exist when you remember or anticipate them. And you do so by thinking about them in the only moment there is. This one. And back to the question that I asked in yesterday's content. Why does it appear then as if there were many moments? Because the present moment is confused with what happens, confused with content. The space of now is confused with what happens in that space. The confusion of the present moment with content gives rise not only to the illusion of time, but also to the illusion of ego. There is a paradox here. On the one hand, how can we deny the reality of time? You needed to go from here to there to prepare a meal, build a house, read a book. You need time to grow up, to learn new things. Whatever you do seems to take time. Everything is subject to it, and eventually, this bloody tyrant time, as Shakespeare calls it, is going to kill you. You could compare it to a raging river that drags you along with it, or a fire in which everything is consumed. Everything seems to be subject to time, yet it all happens in the now. That is the paradox. And now we're jumping ahead one more time. We're still in finding who you truly are. Reading now from allowing the diminishment of the ego. And this is where I leave off, even for myself. Because after one of my most recent experiences, without shame, guilt, anger, disappointment, I realize where I still have work to do in my own transmutations and transformation. A powerful spiritual practice is consciously to allow the diminishment of the ego when it happens without attempting to restore it. Eckhart states, I recommend that you experiment with this from time to time. For example, and this is where I'm drawn as well for my own shadow work and my inner workings. When someone criticizes you, blames you, or calls you names, instead of immediately retaliating or defending yourself, do nothing. Allowing the self-image to remain diminished and become alert to what that feels like deep inside you. For a few seconds, it may feel uncomfortable, as if you had shrunk in size. Then you may sense an inner spaciousness that feels intensely alive. You haven't been diminished at all. In fact, you have expanded. You may then come to an amazing realization that through becoming less, you become more. And that's where I'm going to leave off for now, and we will go back into that section more than likely for tomorrow's rising energy forecast. But nothing is set in stone at this time, as even now I am being guided to just focus on the moment, remaining present, aware of the present moment, which is always the now. And the now is all there is. Beloveds. The time for you to know the beauty of transformation is now. I want to thank you so very much, multiversal soul, Amelia, for listening with much gratitude and appreciation. From my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings. I love you.